I want to find a cast crew and characters. Here we go. This is what I want. List of Sesame Street Muppets. There was a character in Sesame Street called the Amazing Mumford. What the fuck? I didn't know that.
That's impressive. Nice. I've started recording. What episode are we on? I've forgotten. Is it 23?
I don't know. It's past 20. I'm not sure.
20, 21, 23. This will just be the start of the episode then, I guess. That's discussing which episode number it is.
20. You write into us if you want to let us know which episodes we're on. Write into PO Box pitofchimps.org and we'll receive your message loud and clear.
Try not to get the School of Life podcast because that sometimes gets confused.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got any ads?
I've got some sponsors.
Sponsors will do, yeah. Sponsors ads.
We've got another new sponsor. Every week, new sponsors. The only problem is we're also losing sponsors at the same rate. But
it makes sense.
Yeah.
That is our business model, to be fair.
Yeah. You're in and you're out. You've got one chance and one chance only. Ever been sat on your porch, bored out of your mind, wishing something exciting would happen? Well, you need... Yes. Well, you need Harry Belafonte's Calypso Porch. For $4.99 a month, you can have Harry Belafonte perform his Calypso classics right in front of your porch. Gone are the days of staring off blankly into the abyss of loneliness and depression. Harry Belafonte's Calypso Porch has also been scientifically proven to increase fertility of anyone in a 50-feet radius. So that's good. Harry Belafonte's Calypso Porch, the happiest place on earth.
The happiest place. I think I might have to get me one of those Calypso things.
Porches. Harry Belafonte's Calypso Porch.
Yeah, porch.
Porch.
Sounds very interesting.
Porch Challenge. Porch. You can also take part in the Porch Challenge if you want. Harry Belafonte's Porch Challenge.
Yeah, you stand on your porch and you eat a Calippo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't got a message for them, but they've just sent us through the name of the business. I don't know what it is. So we're also sponsored by Donald Rumsfeld's Kinky Pantaloons.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Intriguing. They've left it quite mysterious there.
In theory, what could that possibly be?
Well, Donald Rumsfeld's Kinky Pantaloons. It's all there in the title, I think.
Oh, I suppose so. Why waste advertising time, when you can just have it all summed up nicely in the title?
Keep it simple.
Yep.
We're also sponsored by Craig's as well, of course.
Of course. And big fella.
Yeah.
And we're sponsored by... Hey, get your hands out of my fudge box. Sorry, governor. Do you have problems with kids trying to get it all up in your fudge box?
Yes.
Then we at Get Your Hands Out of My Fudge Box have you covered. Established in 2019, we're the premium brand in making sure kids get their hands out of your fudge box. Give us a call and we'll ensure nobody, especially kids, manage to get their hands all up in your fudgy zone. Our operators are on hand Monday to Friday, 8 till late, to give you guidance, support and counselling. Rest assured, our operators are highly trained to sell you add-on products such as Get Your Hands Out of My Fudge Box e-booklets, providing handy hints and tips to ensure kids get their hands out of your most fudge-based areas. Get your hands out of my fudge box. We're prepared.
Oh, interesting. That's a problem we can all relate to, I think.
Yeah, I think that's true. Everyone's always trying to get, their hands in the old fudgy area.
Yeah.
We're also sponsored by You Lack Merit. You are low on confidence. Nothing you do carries any meaning. You get up for work at 5 a.m. and trudge into the office with your scalp all wet, your pants hanging around your knees, and your manager looks at you like the small sphere of pig mess you are. We've been watching you for weeks. You're pathetic. Your partner hates you. Well, they would if you had one. Turd Rodney Estate Agents. Give us a call.
Wow. Turd Rodney.
Yep. They're going all in there.
Yeah. It's quite a bold move there.
Yeah. They're just telling it like it is, I guess. It's a good direct Route 1 method.
Got to respect people who tell it as it is. Mm-hmm. Like Roy Keane.
Roy Keane. Or Pete, the guy who spins around lots. What's his name?
What? Diversity, the dance crew.
No, Pete Burns.
Yeah. Yes.
Who else?
Who's your favorite person who tells it like it is?
Probably Pete Burns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's Pete Burns, actually, yeah.
He's up there.
Tom, have you ever noticed that Cyndi Lauper is just a female Boy George?
Yeah. What? Are they the same person?
I'm not sure about that, but they are very similar.
Who came first? It's like the chicken and the egg argument.
It is. Maybe they both materialized at the same time.
Yeah. Have they ever been seen in the same room together?
I don't think so. Imagine all the feather earrings that would be contained within that one room.
Be incredible.
It'd be all you need is to add Mr. T in, and you'd have like the world's collection of feather-based earrings.
Well, Boy George wasn't at WrestleMania 1, so that's suspicious because everyone else was.
True, that's true. Actually, yeah, I didn't think about that. Cyndi Lauper, Mr. T, Muhammad Ali, probably Donald Trump. He was at loads of WrestleManias. Yeah, Liberace. Some of the wrestlers.
The baseball guy, Billy Doyle or whatever he's called.
I don't know. They're all the same. Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know any baseball players. It's not really a sport over here, is it? It's not considered a sport in the UK.
No, it's illegal over here.
Rounders, and it is illegal. Yeah, it's an illegal thing. Talking of wrestlers, I've got some wrestler names for you, like potential names for wrestlers and gimmicks. Would you like to hear them?
I'll list them all, and I'll pick which one I'm gonna go with.
So you just pretend to be Vince McMahon, and I'll just propose these names to you, and then you tell me, whether or not they're getting on Sunday Night Heat, for example.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is the Chinese man. He's a man, and he's from China.
Yeah, I think that'll go down well. The Chinese man, is that it? What's his ring attire? Because I feel like his ring attire could be controversial, so we need to keep it politically correct.
He just wears jeans and a t-shirt.
That's fine.
Yeah, he's a plain white t-shirt and a pair of Levi's.
Yeah, I'll accept that. Who's playing him?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
These are all new people. They're all new contenders coming through the ranks.
As long as it's not Mickey Rooney.
Nope.
Okay.
The next one is Mr. Pink Supreme. He's a man, and he hates both the color pink and the brand Supreme.
Oh, so he's being forced to embrace the things that he hates.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a good metaphor for today's day and age. So yeah, I'll have that as well.
Okay, the next one is female wrestler, Hawaii Sandra. She's a woman called Sandra from Milwaukee who married a Hawaiian man and thus moved to Hawaii and is now trying to embrace the Hawaiian culture.
Yeah, I'm going to take that one on as well.
Yeah? Okay.
I like that.
She's a bit like Peggy Hill, but in Hawaii.
Okay.
Think about it like that.
Okay, yeah, we'll go for that.
The next one is Pork Sunday. He's just a generic bloke. He doesn't really have a gimmick. It's just his name's Pork Sunday.
I mean,
his gimmick is his name, basically.
How can you turn that down? I'm gonna have to say yes to that as well. Okay, it's not looking good for the remaining ones though, because I can't say yes to them all.
No, the next one is called Terry Footjob. He's a guy whose finisher move is the foot job.
What is dare I ask? What is the foot job?
So he goes on the top rope. He goes on the top rope on the turnbuckle, and then he walks along the rope like the Undertaker used to do. And then he drops down and he delivers a foot job.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to say no to that. That could be controversial.
Okay. The next one is just called Varnished. I don't have any further information on the character.
I'm gonna take him on. I'm gonna take a risk.
Okay.
He who dares wins.
This is a good crop of talent coming through. I think a lot of these have gotten jobs so far. I think
it's like
all of them have, haven't they?
The 90s Manchester United squad.
Almost. Minus Dennis Irwin.
Yeah.
The next one is called Potato Flex. Basically, he's a man who has a potato underneath his bicep region, so it makes his flex really bigger.
Is that not just Scott Steiner?
A little bit like Scott Steiner, yeah. But he wears a t-shirt, so it's not like a real muscle under there. It's just a spud.
A spud. I'm gonna have to say no.
No, okay.
To deny him.
And
what was his name? Potato Flex.
Flex, yeah. And the last one is called a Condominium Supermare. He's a man who lives in a condominium in Western Supermare.
Oof. We're gonna put him in NXT.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I've been intercepting your mail as always, and I've emailed you a scan of the letter I stole this week. So you might have it on your computer there.
Just waiting for it to load. Here we go.
At pitofchimps.com/@pitofchimps, I think was the email address I used.
Yeah. That's the one. And if any of our beloved fans want to get in touch with us,
the ravenous hordes.
Yeah. The Chimpos, you can email us. Okay.
Via email.
Yeah. They know how it works, I'm sure.
Yeah.
This letter is from Portugal Jones and Sons.
Oh.
And the telephone number.
And what do they do exactly?
It doesn't say. The header is Portugal Jones and Sons, and then it says telephone number not applicable.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they're using fax.
Maybe.
But the header does have a pink highlight behind it on Microsoft Word, just so listeners can visualize this. Hello, Tom. Nice impersonal header. Start to the letter. We would like to extend a warm welcome to you, Tom, and congratulate you on your magnificent achievement. Of course, we understand this has not been without struggle for you, and so, to reward your hard work, we're going to offer you a golden handshake. Oh, fantastic. All the best, Rolando Creeper, CEO and kitchen porter at Portugal Jones and Sons. Fantastic.
Sounds quite good.
And then underneath that, we've got a photo of former British Prime Minister John Major with a... I think that's the plastic wrap effect on Photoshop. It looks like where you have to, if you go to your artistic effects in Photoshop, you'll get a lovely range of options, and one of them is plastic wrap, and it looks like that's been applied to him. So it kind of looks like he's wrapped in plastic, which is nice. I'm not sure if they're suggesting he's dead. I don't know.
I've seen this letter, and it appears that it's a custom John Major SIM card that is at the bottom of the page.
I see. Yeah, the outline has a SIM card shape.
So there you go. Maybe they make SIM cards, and they were just showing you the latest one. I don't really know. I don't understand the letter really. So they've congratulated you on your what achievement was it?
My magnificent achievement.
Oh. Okay. And they're going to offer you a golden handshake, so that's quite good.
Yeah, it doesn't say where I get the golden handshake, though.
Maybe you have to put the SIM card in your phone, and then it's got like the number saved on it, and you phone them up, and then you get it.
Yeah, I'll print it out later. I'm going to have to set the print size customized to make sure that SIM card image comes out at the exact size of an actual SIM card.
Yeah, that's the rewarding. That's going to be a magnificent achievement in itself.
Yeah. Yeah. I look forward to that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I look forward to that.
Sounds good.
I look forward to that. Yeah. I look forward to that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. I look forward to that.
Sounds good.
Shall we continue the tournament that has been on the tips of everyone's tongues this week? I'm sure everyone's come across it on social media. It's been the talk of the town.
What was it called again? The Aqua Olympics, something on it.
The Big Snorkeling Championships.
That's the one. The Big Snorkeling Championships. Let's go.
Sponsored by Sandra O'Sullivan.
It's the semi-finals, right?
Yeah, but there has been some big news. I don't know if you've heard this. Very controversial news.
No, I didn't hear.
William G. Stewart, who was through to the semi-finals, has failed a post-competition drug test.
Has failed the post-fight press conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's been cancelled. He's out of the competition.
Oh, no.
Banned. But replacing him, we have got...
The Big Boss Man.
No, it's...
Oh, it was the Big Boss Man.
The Big Boss Man, unfortunately. Huh. But it is it's more impressive, I think. And he's shot to the favourites. He's the bookies' favourite now to win the competition. It's Dusty Bin.
Oof, again. I thought he was in already.
Yeah, he's back. He was deemed the greatest competitor, so he's back in.
Okay. He was the highest ranking operative.
Yeah, even though he ran out in the first round.
Yeah.
He's back in. So, the first semi-final, which was originally going to be Michael Barrymore.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to do an impression of Michael Barrymore then, but I've decided not to.
All right.
That's it. All right, mate.
All right.
Michael Barrymore, it was going to be against William G. Stewart, but now he's against the favourite of the competition, Dusty Bin.
Mm-hmm.
What a matchup, Michael Barrymore and Dusty Bin. Who are you going for?
It's going to be Michael Barrymore.
Oh.
The swift exit for Dusty Bin again.
Wow. The punters aren't going to be happy with that one. No. Well, Michael Barrymore's through to the final. Second semi-final.
Yeah.
This is a big one. Les Dennis.
Yeah.
Leslie Dennis.
Famous for his show called Family Fortunes.
Family Fortunes.
Yeah.
This is P.S. Pat Sharp.
Oof.
Pat Funhouse. DJ.
All-round guy.
Yeah, he's a man, that's for sure.
No, I'd like to think that Neil Buchanan was the special guest referee for this one, because he hosted Finders Keepers, if you remember, which in itself was kind of a game show.
Are they the same? Speaking of people who might be the same person, Pat Sharp and Neil Buchanan, have they ever been seen in the same room together?
Or Neil Buchanan and the young Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
They're very similar, and they have the same accent. But obviously Neil, unlike the other two, Neil Buchanan's in a band, so he's in a band called Marseille.
Marseille.
Named after the football team, Marseille.
Paris, Marseille, Olympiaco.
Yep, that's the one.
Who are you going for then?
I'm going for Les Dennis.
Les Dennis. He's through to the final. Who'd have thought it? So the final, we've got Michael Barrymore versus Les Dennis. Should we have the final now, or should we save it for the next?
Let's save it for the next thing, because I've got something to say.
Okay, it'll also give us time to process these post-fight out-of-competition drug tests.
Yeah, but I've got the fruit rankings on more positive note.
Here we go.
So at number 5 this week.
Oh, hang on.
There's usually an effect there.
Yeah, hang on. Okay, do it again.
At number 5 this week, we have the Humble Banana.
Oh. Classic
entry. Classic. Hasn't really been in the fruit rankings much, surprisingly, despite being the staple of the kitchen.
Yeah. I mean, banana is very versatile. You can have it in anything. You can have the famous banana baked beans hash brown combination.
Yeah. Banana bovril.
Banana bovril. Banana roll. Yeah. Banana flip flop.
Banana. On the radio, you can place it on top of the radio. Yeah, after you've peeled it.
It's a decorative item. It's an art item.
Also, if you really like fruit flies, you can like undo one a bit and then leave it out on the countertop. Yeah, and then you'll have lots of fruit flies in your house. Yeah. Number 4 this week. It's blackcurrant squash.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't have much to say about that, really, to be honest. At number 3 this week. National champion. We have licorice all sorts.
Anyone in particular?
You sound like you're like miles away from your microphone there. We're having to do this via Skype again because of the pandemic.
You sounded like you had inverted commas.
Yeah, I do have inverted commas all over the place. Oh. Every single one of those words in that sentence was in inverted commas.
For the rest of this episode, I'm going to say everything in inverted commas.
Yeah, every word. From now on until the end of the episode is in inverted commas.
That's pretty much most of what we say anyway with every episode.
So if anybody is transcribing this for whatever reason, we've just made your job very, very difficult.
And I'd like mine in italics, please, and underlined.
Yeah.
And let's go bold as well.
I'd like mine in none of those things, but I would like it all in the chiller font.
Sinister.
At number 2 this week, we have Rational Thought. It's an abstract entry, but it has made it to number 2. And at number 1, for what feels like the 9th week in a row, is Tangerines.
Oh!
It's unshifted still from the top of the fruit rankings.
What's going on? This is a conspiracy theory, I think.
Maybe Phil from the fruit board is in with, or Paul, or whatever his name is in with the Tangerine racket.
The Tangerine crew. That hip hop collective.
So there you go. There's the fruit rankings.
I've got a new feature that Leslie Mantelpiece, our producer, has shifted onto me.
Okay.
They recommended this. So apparently Leslie Mantelpiece was on YouTube, and they came across a video of one of these ASMR videos. Do you want to explain what ASMR is?
It's sort of when you make sounds that people like when you get like it's like a sensory thing. So like if someone's eating food and they get up to the microphone and they're like, that's ASMR. Yeah.
We saw a video of an ASMR video of a turtle eating a dragon fruit, and he was very taken by this. So he suggested that I come up with some alternative ASMR videos.
Okay, so here's one of me drinking a drink.
Oh, go on.
There you go.
Wow, that was extreme.
Mm-hmm.
That was extreme ASMR. So I've got some suggestions. I'm not actually going to do the sounds, but here's some suggestions of possible ASMR videos we could do.
Okay.
I've involved celebrities because it's always nice to involve celebrities, isn't it?
Yeah. I've seen a celebrity once wearing noise cancelling headphones.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Can you say who it was?
Can't.
Oof, I'm not surprised.
Sorry.
So
it was a celebrity.
So here's the first one. Jamiroquai eating a tin of baked beans.
Okay.
That's one suggestion that we could get.
Oh, you don't have the sound effect.
No, these are just concepts at the moment. You'll have to imagine the sound effect.
All right. Okay. In many ways, I prefer that.
Leslie Mantelpiece apparently reached out to Jamiroquai, but he declined to comment. Jason Orange of what one was he in? Take That.
Probably.
Jason Orange farting on an otter.
Okay.
So
it would be difficult to get hold of Jason Orange. Otters, yeah, sure, easy, but like not Jason Orange.
Yeah.
He's too in high demand.
Alan Titmarsh frolicking in the giant lemon meringue pie.
Ooh, like in a big. I imagine that being in like one of those giant paella dishes, like with the world record ones, where they're like stirring it with like a broom. Have you seen that? Like in Spain, like literally, like the pan is the size of like a sumo wrestling like ring, and they've got like literally almost the world's supply of rice on there. So I imagine the lemon meringue pie being about that big.
Yeah, and Alan Titmarsh is in there.
Also, it could be floating on the lake that's behind This Morning Studios. Remember the guy, the Fred guy or whatever, and he used to be on a giant version of the UK
and he'd fall over all the time. He'd fall in the water.
Yeah, he was a giant man who was bigger than the UK.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually footage from like a space station. Every episode.
I think he's dead now because giants don't live very long.
No, look at The Big Show.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
Another one we've got Clive Anderson bobbing for apples.
Oh, that's quite basic.
Nice, yeah. Mm-hmm. And finally, a tub of Vaseline being slathered on an unruly bastard.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
You can pick your own unruly bastard, of course.
It's got good textural elements.
So there we go. That's Leslie Mantelpiece's segment for the week. He's demanded that he gets more say in what's happening on the show. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's been messaging you as well. He's sticking his nose into our business a bit, old Leslie Mantelpiece.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to like cut it out, to be fair. Just, deliver the goods and that's it.
Yeah.
So, Tom, I've got some jobs for you, if you'd like to hear them.
Oh, yeah, go on.
So you just walked into the job center. If you don't take one of these 3 jobs, we will cut your benefits. So the first one is radish handler. You will be tasked with the handling of radishes at our radish farm in Grimsby. Successful candidates will have hands and the ability to use them in a manner suitable with the handling of radishes. Full 2-week training will take place in Barbados.
Oh, this all sounds great.
Mm-hmm. But you do have to then work in Grimsby.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a consideration.
Mm-hmm.
What's the pay?
I assume it's minimum wage.
Okay.
Plus benefits. The second option is you'd be CEO of Pork Incorporated. The successful candidate will be all about the pork, and this is essential as it's pork central up in her. We would ask all candidates have similar experience and a vast knowledge of massage oils. 5 GCSEs and the Duke of Edinburgh Award are also critical.
Oh, I don't have a Duke of Edinburgh Award. That could be an issue, but I'm jumping straight in at CEO. I think I could talk my way around that.
Yeah, they do say it's Pork Central, so I guess you'd have to. True. Yeah. And the final option is color commentator for Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Hey, you ready to get down to ringside and jug it up with the most slamalicious Juggalo wrestlers in all of Iowa? Well, we'll hook you up with full training with the Insane Clown Posse's own Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope. Fuck you, you whack-ass fuggalo. That's verbatim how it's written.
Okay, well, there's three strong choices. I mean, I've got a lot to consider. I was pleasantly surprised by my previous Juggalo employment. I can't remember what it was, but something like toilet cleaner for Juggalos or something. But
I think it was human toilet, wasn't it?
Yeah, human toilet for the Juggalo Fest.
Yeah, the gathering of the Juggalos, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, they've brought me round to their ways a little bit.
Yeah, you get down with the clan.
Yeah, they're good people.
They are good people. I like the Juggalos. It's you're the one who doesn't like the Juggalos.
Yeah, they're talking me around though. I'm going to go with the Juggalo option. Whatever it was, I can't remember now.
Color commentator for Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
In Iowa.
JCW.
Yep, throw it up.
I mean, that sounds like pretty much what ECW was, wasn't it? So
more or less, yeah. Quest.
Oh, I accept your quest.
Okay. A man has his brown zone held open for you to insert your goods. You have a headache, and additionally, I'm thinking about washing your hair this evening. The man is asking you politely to quote unquote deliver the package. What is the success percentage?
Oh, well, he's got his brown area held open. I've got to deliver my goods into the brown area.
Yeah.
But I need to wash my hair. What was the other thing?
You have a headache.
A headache. Oh. Washing my hair would probably solve the headache, but I probably don't have time to do that before delivering the goods. So I'm gonna have to go in there with unclean hair and a headache. Success rate is 42%.
Oof. There's a thing here I didn't notice. There's an extra bit on the end here which explains that the brown zone is actually a UPS van, and the goods are obviously parcels to be delivered.
Oh.
He's holding open the back door thing for it, the shutter thing.
It in that case is 47%. It's gone up 5%.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Well, there you go.
Do you want to have a game of the old visually impaired courting?
Yeah, why not? I've got time.
Visually impaired courting.
Thomas. Yeah.
Holla.
Woo. Okay, welcome to Visually Impaired Courting.
Quest.
What's going on? Live on air. We've got a quest. I accept the quest.
Okay. You've been offered the position of the image of God, but on the basis you remove your undergarments in the middle of pre-COVID era Oxford Street, London. You're currently eating a packet of potato crisps, and of which the flavouring is listed as ready salted. What is the success percentage?
Oh, well, we better get through this quick. We're in the middle of a live broadcast here. Well, I've got the ready salted crisps. I've got in the middle of a busy crowd on Oxford Street.
Yep.
42%.
Oof, 42%. And now we return you to your originally scheduled programming. Visually impaired courting.
Yes, thank you. We're back. Simon, I've got 3 lovely ladies for you here.
Okay, great.
And I'm going to run through some facts about them, and then you can pick which one you're going to go on you're going to court. Now, you can't see them. You're not allowed to look at them ever. but you can court them.
Not even after I've selected them.
No, you will be blindfolded for the entire duration of the courting.
Fair.
However long it lasts. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's contestant number 1.
Okay.
Contestant number 1 is Jay Kwon Do. Jay Kwon enjoys dishing out vigilante justice on the rough streets of Penny Lan, which is an area of Cardiff, Wales, for any of our international listeners. Very rough area.
Yeah, it's like the bad side of the tracks, if you will.
Yeah. Her mortal enemy is the local drug kingpin Foxy Man.
Oof.
We're just going to have 1 round, by the way, in this game. So I'll just go everything for Jay Kwon Do. Now I'm going to throw it all out there.
It does drag a bit otherwise.
Yeah. The worst injury she's ever sustained was as a result of a battle with Foxy Man's henchman, Stout Ken.
Oof. Big Stout.
And her perfect night would be spent pissing on Foxy Man's grave.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on Jay Kwon Do?
Sounds quite saucy. A lot of justice to be handed out.
Okay, out of 10 so far, what's your rates, Jay Kwon Do?
I'd say a solid 3.
Bit of an overreaction there from the crowd. Okay, next up we've got Miranda Thorax.
Oof. Okay, I like the surname.
Miranda Thorax won a gold medal at the 2001 X Games in the windsurfing category. She likes taking risks and lives life on the wild side.
Don't we all?
Her spirit animal is a panther, and she has severe PTSD from a parachute jump gone wrong. What do you reckon?
She sounds like a bit of a wuss, to be honest. I'm not interested. She's got a great surname, though.
Okay, so you're happy with it, but nothing else?
No.
Okay. And finally, contestant number 3 is the Susan version 7.11.
Ooh. Sounds good.
She was voted the number 1 Susan 5 years in a row. Proud of being the world's latest Susan update.
Okay.
The fastest, most user-friendly Susan yet. But one downside to this, version 7.12 will be released in 2 weeks' time, and all support for the Susan version 7.11 will be terminated.
Oh, okay.
So what do you reckon?
Okay, I'm okay with that. That sounds good.
Okay, so what's your final selection?
What were the names again?
So you've got contestant number 1, Jay Kwon Do. Contestant number 2, Miranda Thorax.
Yep.
And contestant number 3 is the Susan version 7.11.
I'm going to go with Amanda Thorax. Oh, yeah. Yep. And I'm going to take her to a fancy restaurant.
Wow, okay. That was a bit of a turnout for the books.
It was. And talking of restaurants, I went to a Michelin-starred restaurant this week, even though it was COVID season.
Oh, controversial.
Yeah, I stole a menu. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, go
on. Okay, so I'll just read out what was on the menu. You tell me whether or not you'd be interested in eating it. So the starter options were toasted foliage.
No.
Poached kangaroo anus served on a signed bust of Rolf Harris.
Oof. No.
And the vegan option was a carbonated tofu liquid.
I'll have that.
The fish course options were swordfish ice lolly.
Okay. No.
Crab lungs served on a caramelized floppy disk.
Oof, a caramelized floppy disk. I'll take that.
And the vegan option was seaweed.
No.
The main course options were turkey fried carrot quarters.
No.
Memories of the starter course, where they show you photos of your dining experience from earlier on in the evening.
Yeah, I like that as a concept, yeah.
Okay. Goat screams.
Goat screams?
Goat screams, yeah. They've jarred the screams of goats.
So you open the jar.
And a scream comes out.
And you ingest the scream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And the vegan option was a tofu and edamame rice served on a rice cake.
Oof. No.
Okay, and the dessert options were edible wallpaper with a horse bone gel.
Yeah.
11 minutes of octopus liver pate.
Okay. 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
11 minutes worth.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
And there was a fried Victoria sponge cake in the shape of Harry Redknapp.
Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously.
And the vegan option was a mango sorbet.
No need for that.
Okay. Would you like to take part in a court hearing? I know you've got your own, but would you like to be on the jury?
Yes. Go on then.
Okay, let me give you the details. The person in the dock, so to speak, is Carlos Mong. He's straight.
Mong.
Mong, M-O-N-G.
Is that pronounced Mong?
Yeah, Mong, like Mongo McMichael.
Okay.
But without the O.
Carlos Mong.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's straight, Hispanic, agnostic male, 29, and he's been accused of assault. The CCTV description reads as follows. On the 19th of April 2019, Mong was seen on City Road smoking a parsnip while maintaining the government-enforced 2-meter social distancing rule, even though this was in 2019. Mary Ann Kipper, female, 89 years old, was walking back from the local Tesco store where she had purchased half a loaf of bread. At 9:52 a.m., Marianne walks past Mong, who smacks her right in the mush. Mong then mounts the downed woman and detonates a nuclear bomb. Do you find the defendant sat before you guilty or not guilty?
Okay, so that's what the CCTV footage shows.
Yeah.
And have we been shown this footage?
You have.
And this elderly, what was her name? The elderly woman?
Marianne Kipper.
Miriam. What?
Kipper.
Kipper.
Yeah. Like Kipper, like the fish.
Kipper, like the fish. Okay.
Or the dog.
A dog.
Yeah, remember the cartoon dog called Kipper?
No.
Oh, okay.
I remember Sausage Dog.
Yeah.
Watch with Mother.
And Spot the dog.
And Spot the dog. And Woof the dog.
Yeah, the boy who turns into a dog.
Yeah. I was just trying to think of other famous dogs.
There's loads. Beethoven, Snoopy,
Snoop
the Helper, Snoop Dogg, The Dog Father Part 2, etc.
Anyway, Mrs. Kipper. But what did she do leading up to this event?
The dog face scrambling Rick Steiner.
Yeah.
What
the British Bulldog?
Yeah, I'll do. What happened? Junkyard Dog?
The Dynamite Kid was also a British Bulldog.
What was your question?
I'm finding him not guilty.
Not guilty.
He's innocent. Yeah, he's innocent.
I hereby declare Carlos Mong a free man. That's the gavel sound.
There we go.
It's close enough. Okay.
Hang on. Sorry, the audience from Visually Impaired Courting is still here. So, on another note, as in the previous episode, we've been asked to recast some famous franchises. So last time we did Friends, the TV show. We've now been asked to recast the reboot of the Marvel Cinematic Universe films.
Oh, okay.
So I've come up with a cast list here.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
Yeah. I'm letting you know now. You can weigh in on your thoughts.
Okay.
Actually, it's too late. They've already been cast.
Oh, okay.
And it's been filmed and released.
Oh, okay.
But you can give your thoughts if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so starting off with Doctor Strange. We've got Dr. Dre to play Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strangelove.
Yeah, Doctor Strangelove will be played by Dr. Dre. Iron Man will be played by the Iron Sheik.
Okay, not Iron Mike Tyson.
No.
Okay.
The Spider-Man will be played by Steve Irwin.
Yeah, Steve Irwin Jr.
No, the Steve Irwin, the original.
Like a CGI hologram.
CGI, version of him.
Yeah.
And the Ant-Man will be played by Ronnie Corbett.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Hulk is going to be played by Frank Bruno.
Yeah, I can see that.
Thor, because Thor is now it's going to be the female version of Thor, so we've got Kathy Bates in.
Okay, yeah.
So she's quite good at playing an angry woman.
Yeah, I can see that.
Captain America, we've got William Shatner.
Yeah.
Yep. The Black Panther is going to be played by Bill Cosby.
Yeah, okay, yeah, a bit controversial, but yeah.
It is, but controversy sells. So
it does.
The Black Widow, we've got Flame from Gladiators.
Yeah.
90s television show Gladiators, and Hawkeye, we've got Hunter from Gladiators. They came as a pair.
Not Hawk from Gladiators.
No.
Okay.
Was there? We could get Hawk from the Legion of Doom in.
Yeah.
As a CGI again.
I forgot about him. Yeah.
We'll do half Hawk, half Hunter,
half animal.
Mm-hmm. Captain Marvel, we've got Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Uh-huh.
The X-Men, we've got Wimbledon FC circa 1994.
Okay, the Crazy Gang.
Yeah.
So Fashanu, Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones can reprise his role as Juggernaut.
Effa Okoku. Robbie Earl.
Robbie Earl, yeah. Who else was there?
Legends.
Michael Hooper? Oh no, he was Newcastle, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was Newcastle.
Shaka Hislop. Was he? No, he was Newcastle as well, wasn't he?
No, wasn't Sullivan the goalkeeper at the time?
Sandro Sullivan, the main man of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Deadpool.
Dennis Wise,
yeah, he'll be in there.
Laurie Sanchez.
He's playing the blind man. What's his name? Laser Eyes.
The Chinese man.
Yeah.
The new wrestler.
Yeah, Deadpool is going to be played by the main man. We had him in the Friends cast. High school English teacher, Mr. Parisi.
Of course, yeah. That makes Big Gino.
Big Gino.
Gino. As the kids used to say.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Kenzo.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've got a fan letter.
Okay, yeah.
Do you want to? It's so this came in via fax.
My ears are listening, but my heart is closed.
Oh, okay.
Little flourish for you there.
If anyone wants to fax us, you just open up your fax machine.
And just yell at it.
Yeah, you yell what you want to fax to us, and that'll come through to our minds.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is from Shanks in Baja, California.
Shang Tsung?
Shanks.
Oh, I thought it was Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so Shanks says, I've been wanting to film a 90s hip-hop video for years. Now that my mum's dead, I can finally afford it thanks to a hefty inheritance.
Oof.
Do you have any tips? So I've got 10 tips here for Shanks in Baja, California, to film in a 90s hip-hop video.
Baja is that long strip, isn't it, that goes down towards Mexico?
It might be.
I'm pretty sure.
It's mentioned in the 1971 James Bond film Diamonds Are Forever.
And also in Baha Men, who were famous for Who Let the Dogs Out.
Is that where they were from?
Probably.
Okay. So number one, obviously you've got to have lots of women in skimpy under-nothings dancing sexily around a swimming pool / sports car / elaborate historical set of your choosing. So that could be Egypt. Egypt's a popular one. Ancient Egypt. Number two, feature a tiger / panther / snake in a cage, preferably, because it creates a bit of sexual tension. Number three, you want to have some titles and credits written in the tackiest font you can find.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely.
And maybe have a nice, a tacky, like 3D font on it, 3D effect on the font.
Yeah, like it's from straight out of word art.
Yeah. Yes, word art is endorsed. Number four, you want to include clips from the latest J-Lo movie, because the song's going to be on the soundtrack.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah, or weirdly something with like Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
She always has hip-hop songs on her movies.
Number five, include lots of shots of the artist hanging around on the streets with their friends and associates on the street corner.
Throwing dice at the pavement.
That's one of the other points there. You want to include shots of people playing craps on the street corner. And at some point someone tries to steal the money, so they all jump in slow motion.
Nothing wrong with playing games on the street corner though. Remember when we used to play pitch and toss?
Yeah.
AKA falsely known as pigeon toss.
Pigeon toss.
Yeah.
Which in Grangestown, I hear they used to actually toss pigeons, which is a sad fact. Well, in number 6, remember that this isn't simply a music video. It's a multi-million-dollar epic short film. The artist must play the hero, or even better, the anti-hero.
Yeah.
So some chase scenes would be good, like in a car or a boat.
While drinking some Cavassier.
Yeah, lots of Cavassier. Number 7, ensure there's at least one close-up of the artist looking concerned or upset to show their sensitive side.
Yeah.
It's like a close-up of them looking a bit sad, maybe on the verge of crying.
Preferably on the side of their bed.
Yes.
Like Usher does in almost every music video.
Next, you want to ensure there's plenty of dated CGI effects of crazy shit like skeletons, spaceships, and fire. Loads of fire all over the place.
Yeah.
Basically, you want it to look like GOC's website in 1998 on the screen. That's what you're aiming for.
But set inside a cheese grater.
Yes.
If possible.
Cheese grater. And finally, you want to end the video with "to be continued." And obviously, it won't be. It will never be continued.
Yeah, they never are they?
No.
They're never continued. It's all one big lie to get you to invest in the next song.
Yeah.
But then you realise that the two things are not connected at all.
So there we go. So now maybe we'll see the next big hip-hop video being produced by Shanks in Baja, California.
Possibly. Do you know Baja, California is not even in California?
Isn't it?
No.
Where is Baja, California?
Well, like I said, it's a state in Mexico. It's the bit that like dangles down the back of Mexico like a tail, but it like links directly to California above it.
I think it's part of California.
Okay.
I'm sticking to it.
It isn't, but yeah, we'll go with it.
Okay. Yes.
Good luck to you, Shanks. Anyway.
Yeah. Best of luck to Shanks in Baja, California.
Maybe he'll make the new East Siders.
Yeah, what a great film.
He'll rise to prominence in the hip hop world.
I've got a top 10 here. We've had the fruit rankings, of course.
We have.
But I've got a new top 10 here.
Okay.
Brand new for this episode. It's the top 10.
Didn't we usually have some sort of air raid siren to signify a new package?
Oh, hang on. Top 10 spicy boys of the month.
Oof. And this is sponsored. And this is sponsored by Craig's Bar.
Yes.
I'd like to hear them.
Number 10, we've got Stonefish from Neighbours.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. Number 9 is the Shadow Lord Chancellor David Lammy getting in there.
Oof.
Number 9, Spicy Boy. Good for him. Number 8, we've got Uri Geller.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, he's spicy.
He is spicy. Number 7, we've got Ross Geller.
I'm not sure who that is.
From Friends Friends fame.
I just thought he was called Ross from Friends.
It pretty much is. Wait there.
Is the character related to Uri Geller?
Yeah, Uri Geller is Ross Geller's brother.
Oh, okay.
Number 6, we've got
Sarah Ross can, because like Uri Geller can bend spoons, but Ross, from my understanding of the show, can bend time.
It's a spoon.
He can bend time, can't he?
Yeah, he can bend time.
Okay. Next.
Number 6 is Sarah Michelle Gellar. We've got the whole Gellar family making the top 10 spicy boys.
And she can bend vampires.
She can bend what?
Vampires.
Yeah, that's true. Number 5, we've got legendary 90s New York hip-hop DJ Bobito from the Stretch and Bobito show.
Okay.
He is a spicy boy, number 5. Number 4, we've got Peter Frampton.
Okay. It's an interesting call.
I'm not is he still alive?
I don't know, but it's an interesting call.
Number 3, Little Kenny Dodd.
Oh, Big Ken. I miss him. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Spicy Boy. He's number 3 in the Spicy Boy League, though, so...
That's quite good.
He didn't die in vain. Number 2 is the Pope Jean-Paul Van Damme.
Oh, is he your favourite Pope?
He's the best Pope of all.
What about Pope Jean-Paul Gaultier?
He was good. Pope Jean-Paul, Gaultier was good.
Jean-Paul Sartre.
Pope Jean-Paul Sartre, he was up there. Pope Jean-Paul Gaultier Hughes. Yeah, they're all up there.
Yeah.
But I think the Pope Jean-Paul Van Damme is my favourite.
Okay.
And number one spicy boy of the week / month is Nicolas Cage.
Ooh, Nick Cage. It's understandable. He is pretty spicy, to be fair.
Great.
Yeah, I go.
Mark Kermode's the greatest actor of all time.
Yeah, I'd go along. Well, I wouldn't go along with that, but I understand where Mark Kermode's coming from. The greatest actor of all time, obviously, is the great Sean William Scott.
Yeah, has he done a film with Nicolas Cage?
I don't think so. He did a film with The Rock and John Lovitz.
John Lovitz is up there.
Called Southland Tales, which is very confusing. It's basically like a David Lynch film, but like weird. It's got Justin Timberlake in it.
Question. Question.
Question.
Question. Question.
Question.
I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Question.
Will you take the insecticide spray?
Yes.
Question.
Will you take the blue herb?
Yes.
Question.
Will you take the stone and metal object?
I will.
Question.
Congratulations. You refilled the fuel canteen.
I've what? What have I done?
You refilled the fuel canteen. Congratulations.
Oh, man.
There we go.
There's lots of hissing coming your end. It sounds like you're in a pit of snakes filled with rain.
Is that better? I've turned that down a bit.
Yeah, slightly. So I've refilled the pit... The what?
Refilled the fuel canteen. Well done.
The fuel canteen.
The fuel canteen. You're now stocked. You're all stocked up with fuel now. You're good to go.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good to know. Can I go to the canteen at any time?
Yeah, sure. It's locked.
Oof.
So,
Oof.
here we go. I've got a... This is another thing that Leslie Mantelpiece has thrown at me.
Okay.
He thought it'd be good to introduce some game as well, some like an RPG game to the podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a scenario for an RPG game, and you have to select what option you're going to take.
Okay.
So this game is Spiffy Clive and the Emperor's Pantaloons.
All right.
Pantaloons coming back again. So the premise of the game is that Spiffy Clive and his girlfriend Erica Badu are shopping in downtown Ohio when the evil Emperor JumboTron flies over in his jetpack and kidnaps her, then flies off.
Right.
Spiffy Clive must follow the evil Emperor JumboTron to his Tower of Delight and rescue Erica Badu. Okay, so that's the out. So you're Spiffy Clive.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so here's the first level. So you're in Clark's, which is where Erica Badu, your girlfriend, was taken. You've got two options.
Yep.
So you can complete the purchase of those marvelous pink and gold plimsolls that you've been eyeing up for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Or
they look spectacular.
They do. Or you can leave Clark's and begin your quest to rescue Erica Badu from Emperor JumboTron's Tower of Delight.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to purchase the shoes, first of all.
Oh.
Because the reason is I can't stop thinking about them, and like I don't see how I would be able to focus on saving Erica Badu unless I purchased the shoes first, because I wouldn't be able to focus on the mission otherwise.
It's fair reasoning. I can see your point. However, unfortunately, you just got killed. I'm sorry to say.
How did I die?
One of the Clark staff was a secret agent for Emperor JumboTron, and she shot you while you weren't looking.
Oh, damn it. Oh, well.
Game over.
I tried my best.
That's the end of that.
I tried my darndest. Maybe we'll have a different chapter next time.
Yeah, next. You can have another go.
Yeah, I'll have another crack at it.
Next month. Or
until I get to until I uncovered the golden jewels.
Yeah. Erica Badu's golden jewels.
Yeah, whoever that is. But yeah, we'll go with it. We'll roll with it. Yeah, we're also sponsored by...
late sponsorship coming in here.
Yeah. For millennia, humans have found joy in the art of pogo stick hire. We have a company called Pogo Sticks for Hire, and we have pogo sticks for you to hire. We're located in Porthcawl, bounce on down, and in the age-old traditions handed down by ancient Antarctic gods, we'll shove our pogo sticks where the sun don't shine. Pogo Sticks for Hire.
Oof, that sounds spectacular.
Sounded like you warped into a new dimension then and then came back.
I did. I dipped out and then dipped back in.
You're like, what's his name? Quantum Leap from the TV show Quantum Leap.
Sam
Quantum.
Sam Quantum. There we go. We've got an interview. Should we go into our celebrity interview this week?
Yeah, you got the recording of the interview, have you? Or
yeah.
Okay, sure.
So this week or this month, whatever it is nowadays, we've landed an exclusive interview with Big Bird from Sesame Street.
Oof,
the famous American children's television show. So should we just go? Have you got anything else you want to add before?
No, other than
this?
Other than big fellow. because I'm obliged to say that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we go. Let's go to the interview.
Okay.
So I'm here with Big Bird. Firstly, Mr. Bird, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, firstly, how are you? How have you managed with the this whole COVID-19 situation and lockdown? We should say we are conversing via Skype. We're following the guidelines. How have you found it so far?
Well, my health has not been great lately. I've been involved in many attacks in Sesame Street by Bert and Ernie.
What? You found yourself? They've been attacking you?
Yes, they attacked me with a wrench.
Jeez. What happened?
I was talking to Oscar, the man who lives in the bin, and they came up behind me and they said, "Big Bird, we don't." And then they hit me. I didn't hear what they said after that.
Oh, jeez. Are you okay?
My neck is broken and my windpipe has been crushed quite significantly.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, I was going to talk about. Maybe we could talk about how you got into Sesame Street. Do you want to just talk about the beginning of that? How did it come about? How did you get cast?
I went to a casting session and I read from a script and they said I was really good and they gave me the job.
Oh, and you formed this partnership with Snuffleupagus.
Yes, I call him Mary for short.
Mary.
Yes, we started a beautiful relationship, a bit like Bert and Ernie's.
Yeah, so Sesame Street was quite ahead of its time, I suppose, in that you had gay relationships between Bert and Ernie and yourself and Snuffleupagus. But of course, it turned sour in the 70s.
That is when there was lots of drugs introduced to the show, and Snuffleupagus has a long history of cocaine addiction.
Well, yes, he was. He came into the show snorting cocaine, I believe. Oh, you all right there?
Yes.
So Snuffleupagus obviously came into the show. He'd already been on the scene in Hollywood, partying with the likes of Tom Cruise, Ray Liotta, Big Boy from Outkast. They'd all been partying in the disco scene, snorting coke, and then he came into Sesame Street. And is it true that he was the one who supplied all the other cast members with the cocaine and introduced it to the set?
I would say that is not true. The real culprit was Elmo.
Elmo? Was he on the scene with Snuffleupagus?
Elmo is very disarming. Don't listen to him. He is bad. He's a bad person.
Oh. So how did can you recount the first meeting between yourself and Snuffleupagus?
No. Ernie, stop.
Mr. Bird? I think he's gone. I think he's passed. Mr. Bird. Okay. Well, there you have it. The scoop from Big Bird himself.
That was a bit dark.
Yeah.
You could have given me a warning before you played that clip.
Well, I thought it was best to get it out there.
I wasn't prepared for Big Bird to be. I mean, did we just witness a murder?
Pretty much. It was Bert and Ernie who attacked him.
Perhaps they were jealous of the beautiful relationship that Big Bird and Mr. Loverman had with each other. Shaba.
Maybe I think Forgetful Jones has got a part to play in this as well.
Who?
Forgetful Jones. He was a character in Sesame Street. A simpleton cowboy who always forgets everything.
What about Mumford the Duck, or whatever his name was?
Yeah, Mumford the Duck was. I think he was involved. But no, I have since gotten word from Granny Bird, Big Bird's grandmother, that he is okay. He didn't actually die. He just had a seizure.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Maybe he was just having a what's it called? A flashback of when he got attacked by Bert and Ernie.
Yeah, maybe.
And then passed out.
Possible, but he is alive. He's not. I was going to say he's alive and well, but he's not well. But he's alive.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a coma, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Snuffleupagus is by his side.
As always.
Yeah.
Always.
Snorting coke.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Boom. That was a song from Sesame Street.
Where's this one?
Question.
There it is.
Yeah. So yeah, I think all that's left to say is that this episode of Pit of Chimps has been brought to you by the letter X and the number 4.
Question.
And big fella.
Question. Question. Question.